This reading is going to be for somebody who is in the process of learning some sort of craft or skill that they plan to either share the abundance of in the future, or they want to teach other people specifically how to also achieve this thing that they're learning. In the past, you haven't really necessarily felt prepared to give to other people. You've wanted to, but you haven't felt like you quite can. And part of this came from having to heal some sort of wounding from your inner child, of being able to provide for yourself, feeling like you can actually do that, because that's such like an adult thing, right? Being able to take care of yourself, provide for yourself. And perhaps in the past you were really relying on people to do that for you, but you're sick of that now. This could have also been like an emotional dependence. You could have been depending on other people to tell you you did a good job, tell you what, maybe you really asked a lot of advice from other people, external to yourself. And now I'm getting that you've switched into an energy of self-mastery, self-understanding. You're very much in hermit mode right now, meaning you're learning all these lessons and it's taken a while, but you're like, you could also be like in the process of really understanding the flow of how to create abundance, so that then you can duplicate that and understand in the easiest way possible, pared down as much as possible, how to share that knowledge with other people so they can succeed as well. And I also feel, sorry, just one moment. I feel also like this is because you haven't had that kind of support in the past. So you want to be that support for other people, so that they're not just stuck in their mind all by themselves and constantly having to like learn the same lesson again and again and again. You don't want people to have to do this because you had to do this. And I'm seeing 888. So also another message that I'm getting is like you stepped away from something or someone, some sort of situation that was giving a whole lot of nothing to you. It's like it was a lot of talk and no action. And you're in this era of your life where it's like you have a lot of ideas, but you're acting on them more than you're thinking about them now. And in the past it could have been the opposite, where you were more in your thoughts about stuff and it was causing you to like stagnate. But because of all this like kind of decluttering I'm hearing from spirit, you've now been able to differentiate between what belongs in your life, for you to continue having that flow, and what you no longer need. Like packing your bags and taking a flight. You're flying to some other destination and it's like you're uprooting your entire life and starting anew. It's like a blank slate and you're taking only the necessities. I see the Fool card in my head. And the Fool card is like the entire tarot, like it's about the Fool. He's like the star of the show. The entire story is about him. He is the star of the show, but like we don't realize it until we get to a certain level of maturity. Or maybe we start with realizing it, but we're realizing it in an immature way, where we are the star of the show, and then we realize that we're the star of the show because, not because we want attention, but because perfecting our inner world and how we act within it and within the world itself, we have the wind blowing really hard as I say this, is what allows us to give to the people around us, and that is why we are so important. Our own world. And it's also so that we don't end up falling into a trap of thinking that we are like the biggest thing in the world, so then we go around manipulating people so that they provide to us, and it's never the other way around. You're also getting the Sun and the Empress. So you let go of all of these things because you know that you can get everything back and more whenever you want. It's not even going to be a struggle. It's like the snap of the fingers and you have everything that you would want. Because the Sun provides the sun for the plants to grow, and the Empress, she waters the plants. So together, those two are, it's like they're growing a garden. And you have that now. The High Priestess too. So it's like you know what stuff to invest in and what things not to invest in. So why are you telling me all of this, Spirit? Why are you telling me the things that... Why are you telling me where this person is currently? There's something here that needs to be known. Because this is giving context to something. You mentioned, Spirit, that there was something that they were working on internally or externally. Could you expand on that? Okay. We've got the King of Swords, the Lovers, Ace of Pentacles, and the Fool. You're really gaining momentum here. And the reason that you're having to start from scratch is because there were a lot of unnecessary things that you were just keeping in your life because you had been used to it. You were used to it. You were used to being screwed over. You were used to having things that, you didn't quite like in your life, but, like it's there and you kind of have to put up with it, but you're not putting up with it anymore. It's like this cleansing that is going over your life. It's raining right now. You're watering all of your projects, and you're not allowing the darkest parts of you to take over anymore. You could have had a really pessimistic viewpoint in the past, but maybe not necessarily like in that, like you were super pessimistic. It's just you almost didn't see a way out of what your situation was, and you were just dealing with it, like we were saying. But now you're being given a gift because universe sees you choosing the things that are for you and letting go of the things that aren't for you. So because of that, they say when one door closes, another opens. And that's kind of like the summary of what's going on in your life. You're closing doors that don't serve you, that shouldn't be open. And you're opening doors that are just spilling with abundance because they're for you. They're aligning with your vibration, with your high vibration. The doors that you're opening right now are high vibrating doors, and Also, there's something about like a gradual spilling out of this energy, because Spirit doesn't want you to freak out. So that means there's a ton of abundance, and it's starting to like really pour now. So it's like there's like a ton of abundance just pouring out of these doors. But you could have also emotionally reacted really strongly and kind of messed up the momentum in the beginning. No judgment. But Spirit wants you to do something specifically here, to enjoy the present moment and just keep acting in your power, whatever that looks like in the present moment. So don't get lost and swept up in the energy. Spirit wants you to ride the wave and remember that everything that you've been through, like treat it like kind of like when you went through chaotic situations. When you were going through chaotic situations, you were tunnel visioned. So that's what Spirit wants you to do. This is the polar, it's on the same plane as the chaotic situation that you were in before, but now it's chaotic abundance. This was something that I mentioned in one of my past readings. And I guess this is a continuation. I couldn't tell you which reading it was. But it's like, this is chaotic abundance. And chaotic abundance, it's like it's coming at you from so many different angles. And you need to be in the present so that you can catch every single thing that's coming towards you and quickly implement it. And it's like, and like Emperor, he's holding a ball, and I was like totally imagining that, like someone grabbing hold of a ball. So it's like you have to get into this Emperor energy. So you could also look up the meaning of the Emperor. Emperor is Aries energy, and Aries is very fiery, masculine. So this is somebody who's very in their power. They're a leader. They're strong-willed. Nobody can decide what they have on their mind except for them. And Aries is also, can be very naive at times. So I think of like someone who's like trusting. But for me, like the Emperor is like sort of like ruling with an iron fist, but not completely, because that would be like tyranny, right? So the Emperor is like ruling with a gentle force. So there's some sort of gentle force now that you have here, and people know not to mess with you. So no one can take this abundance away from you too. It's all yours, which is beautiful. You've created something that can't be taken away from you no matter what. So from here on out, this abundance is going to keep growing. And it's going to be like you're going to put your all into it. It's going to be blood, sweat, and tears. And I don't know the counterbalance card to... So this popped into my field of vision because I saw blood, which was why I said blood, sweat, and tears. So, but this is actually the hair card. Your inner self is thriving. Your friendship with a person of the same sex could be thriving or about to be thriving. You could be attracting many more friends into your life. So your inner circle could be expanding as well at this time. You could be seen as like a leader in some sort of community. because of your ambitions and your willingness to be vulnerable. Anything else, Spirit? I feel like we have some other messages here. Like, I feel it in my core. What other messages do you have here for my collective? Graduation. Pickle. Okay. So, I'll show you what cards I got for you. So I got graduation, pickle, and I can't figure you out, and highlight. Graduation and highlight both give me like being at school vibes, right? And that's kind of like the highlight of my year was when I graduated. Like, someone could say that, right? So this could be a really momentous occasion in your life. It's like this time and place is something that you will remember for the rest of your life. Whatever it is that you did during this time, it will stay with you. So just really enjoy the present moment. Try to take a lot of pictures. Try to spend time with people you love and celebrate. Celebrate a lot at this time. And it says, I can't figure you out, and pickle right in between those. So it's like you're overthinking this. You're overthinking who it is that you're supposed to become because of like how society wants us to overthink things, maybe. Or maybe you're just an overthinker. You could be one of those people that always wants to just like get things right. And that's okay. But right now, Spirit is telling you to just like chill out. Like, it's not so serious. You've got everything right. You're doing everything right. And they want you to just kind of like cut it out. Like, just relax. Just take a breath. Right now, you're on vacation. They want you, you know, in a sense, you're on vacation. Like, you're on an energetic vacation. Because they've got your back. Spirit's got your back. And there's some sort of like compulsion or something. Maybe also Spirit wants you to like stop feeling like, ooh, okay, this is a message. So stop feeling like you need to do things. There are certain things that you're doing for no reason really at this time, because maybe it's something that like people expect you to be doing, which I'm not talking about like parenting or anything. You should never feel like you like, you know, can just stop being a parent at some point. But I do think that everybody should be taking a break at some point and calling in the community. Like, if you need help with something, call in your community. You know, this is why they say to raise a family really does take a village. I don't know why I'm even channeling that. So that could be something specific. I'm just gonna take a quick coffee break. I made a perfect coffee today, and it's just so satisfying. I wish I had weighed out the amount of coffee that I put in, because I made like a pour over. Wow. It's got some really cool notes in there. Anyway, I'm a little bit of a coffee nerd. So, when I have a good coffee, it's like, oh man, it's a good coffee. And then I don't have, because I make it at home and I just kind of like whip it up because, I don't know, coffee's coffee, right? So it's either I just like have a meh coffee or like a really good coffee. You got the Seven of Cups, by the way. Just getting some more cards for you. Let's see, any other messages? Three of Cups, Seven of Cups. Wow, okay, so I feel like You succeeding right now is actually bringing a lot of abundance to the people around you. So you doing whatever it is that you're doing is bringing necessary endings to the types of relationships that are stunting you and the types of situations that are stunting you. While at the same time, you're able to soon reap the rewards of those things that really, like, they make you feel abundant. They make you feel like yourself. Everything feels balanced when you're doing this thing or when you're around these people. It's like an equal give and take. If I actually feel like it gives you more than you give to it sometimes. Like whatever it is that you're investing in, it's like it gives back tenfold, because whatever it is that you're investing in, it comes from spirit. It's like this is your calling. And even if this is something that's like super mainstream, like maybe you're a lawyer or something, no matter what it is, this thing really makes you feel confident and like you're helping a lot of people. You could be praising a lot of people at this time too. You could be a very you could be an abundant person, but someone that like really likes to share their abundance, and they're a very fair person. So I also get like the sign of Libra here too. And a Libra friend is somebody who's very fair. Libras are not going to just be a yes man. They will tell it to you how it is. They're not just gonna like judge you for no reason. They're going to tell you like, hey, like you could be doing this thing wrong. And depending on how far they are on their journey, they could be a little more harsh with it, or they could be a little more gentle and balanced with the way that they deliver that. But this could be explaining who you are or somebody around you. Maybe this person is now starting to mature a little more, and you're starting to see them mature. You're starting to take them seriously, and they're starting to take themselves more seriously. Because they're starting to also invest in the same things you are investing in. And they're seeing that you have really good discernment. I think a lot of people around you right now are seeing that you have really amazing discernment. The things that you invest in don't always go right, but I mean, you're human. And it's like you fail 3 times, but you get up 4. And that 4th time just happens to be the most abundant thing that anyone has ever seen. So that's apparently how people see you. So that's really cool. Let's see if I can get some more of these cue cards. I like these guys here. What else? What other messages do you have? I just want to have fun. Okay. Last one. Yeah, so I don't know why, but I'm getting like an image of like Harry Potter. You could be super into Harry Potter. Oh yeah, I get that with like turning the page too. So I want to have fun. Personality disorder, pentacles, turning the page, and wands. Do you see how I got Harry Potter from that? Because I see. Personality disorder seems almost like people that don't see you through like a higher lens. People that only see you from like a low lens. they think that something is wrong with you because you're like they see you as like a super delusional person. But the thing is that in order to be abundant and succeed at whatever it is that you should be doing, you have to have a certain level of delusion. Okay, and last one. Yeah, I get like so much play here. So we've got a boomerang, bowling, we've got turning the page, which like you can argue people like read for fun, right? So wands are a super creative, fun thing. So whatever it is here that you're doing, you're having a lot of fun doing it. And it's probably, not gonna lie, it's probably pissing a few people off because they're like, well, like, why do I have to be so serious all the time? And like, you should be serious too. See, my voice is cracking as I was saying that. They feel stunted in their life and they're projecting that onto you. And that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully by watching you have fun and succeed at what it is that you have fun with, you're gonna inspire the right people. And maybe even them. Maybe the people that are kind of looking down on you and shunning you for having fun and making money at the same time. Because what it is that you're doing here is it's bringing in the bag, to put it bluntly. Because we got Pentacles, 8, and Wands. So it's like you have ideas, but you're grounding them in reality. These people are like, we got this one right beside personality disorder. So this could be an explanation of who this person is. Possessive, greedy, overly materialistic, overindulging, not exercising, and career obsessed. So that could be like a summary of who this person is. And this is you. Passionate, spiritual, inspiring, determined, strong, intuitive, creative, expansive, and the last one is seeds. So it's like you sow a lot of seeds. You try a lot of things. You try so many things. Like you look for yourself in the world. And when you find that thing, you try it out. And it's even if like people judge you a little bit, you're like, so, okay, judge me. Go ahead, judge me. And they're like, wait, you're not gonna cry? And I'm judging you? And you're like, yeah, I don't care, go ahead. What do you think? It's like you used to care, but now you've reached this point in your life where you're so self-assured that you don't really care if people judge you. You're just gonna be yourself. You're gonna be inspiring because you see that it inspires people. And like you got your posse, you know? Like even if that posse is like, you know that these, like, even if you're not like, I get the sense that you're somebody who has a very small friend group that's like very intimate. This could just be even like 1 or 2 very close friends. But like you guys know each other and you guys are like ride or die for each other. So that's what I have for you today. I think that was a really fun message here today. I hope you have a good day, and if you like the way I read, I also provide readings, private readings. If you are interested in that, I have my email down below. There's a little link soon to my website, which will have like a quick way of purchasing readings too. So, but in the meantime, email is the way. You can also just get in contact with me there if you just want to like ask about something, or you know. Okay, well, have a good morning, evening, or night whenever you see this reading, and I'll see you again soon. Okay,